What's up, people? What's up? This is your boy Big K Solo. What's the deal? Coming back at you guys with another story. Like two people text me already. Like, actually, like about two or three people text me and told me if I had any stories about the ball busters. Yes, I do. I have like two stories about the ball busters. One story, I said it, but that was like a while back. So obviously, the two person that asked me if I have any story about the ball busters, obviously to adult, they didn't get to see that video. But that video is like one of the old videos, like one of my first videos. You feel me? So let me bring it back, a flashback. Let me give you a flashback of the ball busters. You see, in the Hughes boys, the crew that I was down, the Hughes boys, and we ran from, let's say, we had, you could say we had for 183rd in Katona, that was Rocksteady block. We had that locked down, but we always gave Flex the props, you know what I'm saying? You know, Flex had that block. I lived in that block. I loved that block. That block was one of my favorite blocks. If I could turn back time, I would go right back over there and look out the window like I used to look out the window. I used to go to school. From school, I used to go train. From once I was done with the training, I used to get back at the same time that Flex used to get back. And I used to go take a shower, you know, blah, blah, blah. About 2 hours later, I just see Flex, Kuriaki, Bucky, the Crazy Legs, all of them start breakdancing in front of Flex and Kuriaki's building. Flex's father, Kuriaki's father, and Flex's father, you know, they was brothers. His father named Gabi, he was the super of the building, and it was a big ass building. It was two buildings in one. So anyway, that was one of my first jobs. I remember I worked there for a whole week. I worked, no, actually 2 weeks I worked there, but then I quit because I was young. I was, I was 14 years old. All he was giving me was $20. No, $25 to mop the both sides. You know, $25 twice a week. So all I was making was $50. And he used to pay me like that. I used to tell him, no, don't give me the $25, give me the $50. So I had, you know, every second time I go and mop and stuff like that, he used to give me the $50. I didn't want to take the $25. For me, $25 was nothing. So I used to wait because it was twice a week. So I used to wait for the second time, and then I used to get my $50. Anyway, it was beautiful. So now this story is about the ball busters. I remember we used to go to the Quinas. That's the private school for girls, only girls. After a while, that we had a chapter with the girls. We had the Belmont boys. That the one that used to run the Belmont boys was my man, Cell. That was Holy Cow's brother, Cell. Big difference. They didn't look nothing alike. Cell was like way handsome. Holy Cow was like, bleh, you know, like I don't know what happened, you know what I'm saying? And also Cell's sister was gorgeous. So it always happens. It always happened. Like my brother Peter was the prettiest one, and I'm the ugly duckling. You feel me? But that's okay though. But anyway, I remember we was chilling right there by Roosevelt High School. And if anybody's familiar with the Bronx, you know where's Roosevelt at. That was a pussy magnum school. I used to love that school because I was not in the school, but you know, mad girls. And then you had what was it? PS 45 or junior high school 45. It was high school, then you had junior high school 45. So my girl was in junior and junior high and 145. My girl Sandra. That was my baby. That was the girl that I was her first man ever. You know what I'm saying? They used to call me the Virgin Destroyer. That's no lie, bro. The Virgin Destroyer. But anyway, I remember one time, it was fucking Aster. He was down with the Hughes boys, Aster. He goes and he starts rapping to this Dominican girl. You see, at that time, I heard of Dominicans, but I never knew one. I didn't know a Dominican. I did not know a Dominican though, son. But I heard of him. But I didn't know about the ball busters and none of that shit. I found out about the ball busters when I'm gonna tell you how I found out about them. So I remember Asa goes and he's talking to one of the ball buster girls. The ball busters was not there. None of the ball busters was there. They was coming out of school. And plus, you had like about 10 to 15 ball busters that was going to the school. Nobody used to mess with the Dominicans. Nobody used to mess with the ball busters. We didn't know there was ball busters anyway. So I remember when Asta goes over there and he's talking to the girl, and Asta was an ugly son of a bitch. I'm sorry. He's my boy and everything, but he was ugly. But ugly. So he goes and he starts talking to one of the Dominican girls, and Dominican girl's like, yo, I got a boyfriend. And Asta was like, yo, I don't care. I ain't jealous. So, he's keeping it up, blah, blah, blah. I'm hearing the girl screaming at him. Now, at that time, I was holding the rank of New York. Remember, you have the regular Hughes boy, that you get the donut. It was a donut, it said property Hughes boys. Then the next you know, you'll become that. Once you get a little higher, you get Hughes. And then after a while, you get the boys. And then after a while, you get to New York. And then you get the Bronx. So a rank is New York. The other rank is Bronx. So you become a Bronx, New York. That's a big rank. After that rank, you become a BC. BC, and that stands for backcracker. That's the time that we used to walk around with bats and just hit a nigga in the back. Back of that. That's why we used to call it backcracker. BC. Once you was a BC, you was an officer. You feeling me? Couldn't have been, they had to listen to you. That's the thing about the Hughes boys. We lived like the Chingalings, rules and regulations, and you gotta listen to your superiors. You gotta listen to the rank. If you don't listen to the rank, you violate the rank, you're gonna get your ass whipped. So I go over there, like the highest ranking that was there was me and Crazy Eddie. Crazy Eddie was a little higher than me because he was a Bronx, New York first than me. So it goes like, so he was a little higher than me because when I got my Bronx, New York, Crazy Eddie had his Bronx, New York like 6 months ago. Okay, so he had it like for about 6 months. So I'm seeing Crazy Eddie playing around. So I go to Crazy Eddie. I say, yo, Crazy Eddie, look at your ad. Look what's going down, man. Ace is going at it with a girl. He's screaming. He's talking about he's going to smack her and all this and all that. So Eddie didn't pay no mind to that. He said, yo, fuck that. Eddie was just crazy, no teeth, front teeth. Once he went to state, they hooked him up with his whole thing right here. His whole grill, they hooked him up. So Eddie got his grill. It's sad what happened to him. I'll tell you that story one day. Even though I said it, but I'm going to say it again. I'm going to call that flashback day. You hear me? Like this one right here. It's a flashback story. So anyway, so now Ace is going at it with this girl. Next thing you know, all I hear is, blah! The girl smacked, not Eddie, the girl smacked Jasta. Smacked him something ugly. Hold on. She smacked him like, I'm sorry, bro, but it was very, very disrespectful. The way she smacked him, and we made, oh my God, we made so much fun of Asa. Yo, the girl left the 5 fingers, like, blah, all this right here. The hand was marked all over his face. So we making fun of him, but we didn't know that we getting this shit hot. Next you know, he punches her in the face, bro. Boom! When he did that, that was a violation. You don't hit a girl. Not with the Hughes boys, you don't hit a girl. So we told Asa, yo, get the fuck out of here. Go home. We're going to see you. So me and Eddie had to do the report. This shit was legit, man. We used to do reports and everything like, yo, I seen this, and then we used to take it to to the meeting and let the officers deal with it. At that time, I was not an officer. So I became an officer, but after like about 2 years later, I became an officer because I got locked up, then I came home, then I became an officer. So anyway, shit happens that Eddie comes, he goes back home. We send him home because he knew he's in trouble. Bro, like 10 minutes later, we seen these guys talking to the girls, like 10 or 15, 12, something like that. It was something like that. And there was like about 7 of us. So the Dominicans come to us, and they had black and red beads. We was like, oh shit, wait a minute, this is a gang. So when they came to us, yo, who hit my girl? Some Dominican dude in Spanish said, yo, who hit my girl? I came on and I said, yo, papi, the dude that hit your girl, I apologize, but we're going to deal with him. We the Hughes boys. We're going to deal with him. He was like, in Spanish, que carajo me importa a mí que Hughes boy ni que Hughes boy. He used to talk English, but broken down English. So he was like, I don't give a fuck about Hughes boy. What the? And then he kicked in Spanish. Que carajo me importa a mí de Hughes boy, que los Hughes boy, que esto, que lo otro, que me mama un bicho, que esto, lo otro. Some wild shit. Bro, we flip on these dudes quick. 7 of us, bro, flip on like about 15 of them. I'm talking about flip. We had the bangers. We had bangers. We had no guns. We had bangers, and we banged like 5 of them. Bang, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about banged. Boom. They jetted. The next day, Jay still was there. He found out what happened. We found out that he got busy. So Jay still was on what we used to call, he had to go to court. Hughes boys court. You feel me? Yeah, we used to take niggas to court, our court. You know what I'm saying? We had our own court. He had a lawyer, we had lawyers, we had DAs, the whole 9 yard, man. The whole 9 yard. And the officers was like the judge. So if you was a Bronx, New York, you could be a lawyer for A-Star, whatever. I didn't take I didn't want to become no lawyer, no like that. A-Star fucked up. I knew he fucked up. And then when he did that, he left us in trouble. He left us in there doing what we did, and what we did, we could have gone to jail. Anyway, he was found guilty. Now, this is outside and Roosevelt, the next day. Now, I'm getting ready to leave. All I do is go hit the corner. It's a little boys club that my ex-girl used to go and pick up her brother. So I'm gonna go pick up my girl Sandra, and she's gonna go pick up her brother, and I'm gonna take her home. What happens? All I hear is like 2 cars, and then I hear like a big motherfucking car. Like, what the fuck is that, bro? It was a Yahoo truck, whatever the fuck. Bad dudes started coming out of the truck, baby, with bats, canes, golf sticks, hockey sticks, knives. Now, at that time, when that happened, there was only like 9 of us. 9 of us, when we saw that, bro, dudes recognized A-Star. They ran to A-Star, and then they recognized me. Son, they gave us the most ultimate whooping. Ultimate whooping. All right? I got knocked the fuck out. They hit me I don't know if it was with a cane or ice stick. I don't know what. They hit me. I got knocked the fuck out. The only thing I remember is my girl and my girl's brother waking me up. I'm like, what the? Like, yo, let's get out of here. When I'm looking like this, I see A-Star on the floor. I see one leg, Peg Leg. Peg Leg is a dude that he was down with us, that he got shot in the leg and he lost his leg. But he still used to get busy. Peg Leg, we call him Peg Leg. He's in the floor. like 2 other Hughes boys is in the floor. Like altogether, like about 5 or 6 of us in the floor. We was knocked the fuck out, bro. One of the Hughes boys managed to get to escape. He runs all the way down to Hughes Avenue. Bro, now there's like 200 Hughes boys running down through Roosevelt. But by the time they got to Roosevelt, the ball busters broke out. They broke out. They got us on this one, bro. They got us good. Bro, they checking me out. I got a fucking lump, like a lump. My head was breathing. That's how big was the lump. It was like the cartoons. We let it go by for 3 days. After 3 days, bro, we went inside the school. We went inside the school. Roosevelt High School. We went in there. There was a girl that she was also Dominican that she didn't like them. She used to hang out with Puerto Ricans. And her best friends was Puerto Rican, so she didn't give a damn about Dominicans because she used to hang out in New York. She was born and raised with Puerto Ricans. You feeling me? So we go to school. She tells me what class is this, what class is that. They're all there. So we took like about 80 Hughes boys. We go in there. We bum rush to school on the go back from the yard. Boom. What happens? We go, bro, the thing was that 10 to 15 guys go to every classroom where these dudes are at. We opened the door. We went. If there was 3 ball busters in there, we dragged them out the class. Bro, like 9 of them got stuck. You know what I'm talking about, stuck, right? Take that. Like 9 of them. Bro, we did what we had to do. Demolish these dudes. That's one of my big things with ball busters, that we did what we had to do. And that's another part of ball busters, and I'm going to let you guys know about that story in a few. All right? I'll come back today to let you guys know about that story. This one was in Orchard Beach. Orchard Beach over some stupid thing that we was throwing baseball. I mean, we had a football, and it was stupid. It was stupid, but once again, we did what we had to do. Anyway, it was a quick story about the Hughes boys going at it with the ball busters. See you later. I will let you know the story later. It's much crazier, the story in Orchard Beach. Much crazier. I got locked up. Like 7, 8 Hughes boys got locked up, and like 3 ball busters got locked up. Ain't that you know what I'm saying? 7 of us get locked up, like 3 ball busters get locked up. Ain't that whatever? Anyway, there's your boy K Solo. Holla back, all right? Hit me with the comments if you ever heard of the ball busters. Peace.